What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Wild Thoughts. We are in the house, and the house is packed. Got a lot of stuff to talk about today, but before we get into the stuff, let's just check on our fellow, our fellow hosts. Rob, what's going on with you, man?
I am not a pumpkin tonight.
You said what?
I'm not a pumpkin tonight.
Yeah, you're not a pumpkin tonight, huh? Yeah, you on early. We got V-Ray. He's only on audio right now, but he's here. What up, V-Ray? How's everything going with you?
Everything's good, man. I'm looking forward to the conversation.
Yeah, man. So look, it's so much going on in this world of ours. I'm gonna give a whole break to talking about Trump shit tonight because I'm tired. I'm tired, dog. Like I cannot. It's like every week it's something dumb and crazy. So I'm kind of gonna give it a break tonight. I just want to talk about some other shit tonight, man. I want to talk about some music, some culture, Golden Globes, Jamal Bryant and his wife, Drewski pissing the church off with the church kid. I want to talk about some of those things. Oh, something that I didn't have on the list. And I want to talk. We can start with this. I watched a video on Instagram that was very interesting because it talked about hip hop music not having any rap songs on the Billboard Hot 100 for like the first time in 40 years or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. But the video I watched was talking about the parallels between rock music and hip hop and where both are now. And I thought it was very interesting because they basically went back to like when rock music first started with black folks, like, right? Rock music first started with black folks all the way to like the hair metal and, the hair, what they call it, the hair band era. And they compared the bling era of like, number one stunner and all that stuff, the bling era to the hair metal era. And then they talked about how right after the hair metal era, we got grunge music because it went stripped down a little more. And after that, they talked about how we got like a little more, hip hop. We got the J. Cole, the Kendrick Lamar's, and where it is now, where it's blending with a bunch of other genres, kind of like how rock did. When we got Limp Bizkit, we got Linkin Park, we got all those like hip hop rock genre bending things. And then they said after that, it was kind of like the genre didn't know where to go. And he feels like that's the place that we're at now, like that post Green Day rock era is where we are in hip hop, like where the genre has like blended with so many things now, like Post Malone, those type of songs and those type of artists. So we are there. I'm like, you know what? That's very interesting how the parallels line up. Because I do agree with that I feel like the culture has kind of stalled because
stalled is dead.
I wouldn't say dead. I would say just in a lull. Let's say in a lull.
Nah, I'm saying it's dead.
You think hip hop is dead?
No, rock music, I think it's dead.
Oh, I don't know. Those new bands coming out, they give me hope. The new black rock band that sound like Green Day. There's another black band out of Atlanta that's really dope.
Oh, you gotta put me up on that then.
Okay, I will. But you don't want to put me up on the black punk rock band.
Which one?
The three black boys. They sound just like Green Day. What's their names? You don't want to put me up on them.
Oh, Paris, Texas?
Yeah.
But they're rap.
No, it's not Paris, Texas. What are they called? They named something like Super Basic, but it's like a straight punk rock group. Three black boys, but it's like a garage band group.
I gotta go back through my stuff then.
Yeah.
Pulled my car, put me on the spot.
Yeah, because you're the one who sent them to me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like you want when I think of correct me if I'm wrong. When I think of rock music, I think of like the '80s. I think of like even like the Nirvanas and whatnot. But I can't really say there's anything that makes me want to say like, oh, I can listen to that. Like I'd rather go back and listen to the old stuff. Like if I happen to come across something that's new, it usually has like a sound, that authentic sound to the '80s or something in the '90s.
Well, do you agree with the parallels that he's drawn?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And
Yeah.
and the funny thing about it is that when you look at it, when you do a deep dive into it, a lot of those musicians per se have a love and an interest in hip hop. So whenever they're trying to do something, is that it's like some type of weird fusion where it sounds like the Limp Biscuits or whatnot.
Mm-hmm. What about you, B-Ray? What do you think of the comparisons? You there, V?
Well, I'm missing. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
I'm coming through the mountains, man. So I missed some of that. I saw that video. I saw that video that you were talking about, and I don't know what the question was. It was a question that he talked about the evolution of hip hop to the point that it's on a down right now.
I think so. I think he was comparing how like the genres like kind of were on the same parallel path of, you know, where they ended up and where they are right now.
Yeah. Well, I think hip hop is, well, rap, if you want to separate hip hop and rap into two categories, is kind of on an upswing, man. But I think the new blood is just they aren't as they don't have as much exposure as some of the mainstream artists that people are saying are deflated or are letting hip hop down, kind of thing. Like not even necessarily the mumble rappers, but just the lack of innovation and stuff like that. I'm hearing a lot of I won't say undiscovered, but I would at least say underground artists that are actually at least seem to be the next hot thing, kind of thing. So it probably depends on where you're
Yeah.
looking for the next. If you're looking to Billboard for it, it may seem like it's going down because a lot of the new shit that comes along is underground first.
Hmm.
Right.
So maybe there's a space between there's that overlap isn't there where the new young line is coming on as the current ones are kind of going downhill, but it's there. I got a whole playlist worth of shit that I call the playlist news to me, right? Because it's like either something somebody recommended or somebody brought some promo for a single that I would have seen otherwise. The commercial for the song came up on my timeline, and I go and investigate the artists and their catalog. It's like, damn, man, there's some gems out there, but I don't think it's going down. It's just the next great thing is about to be next. 2026, I bet you some of them start to show up.
On the hip hop side, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been listening to some cool ass singers and rappers, bro. That because I was of the mindset that R&B was dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, I've been hearing some innovative production and shit. Like, damn, how can this be this polished and ain't nobody really heard of it yet, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think they're there, but it's just the overlap of the incoming versus the outgoing is maybe the thing that's missing and make it appear to be more of that, down return than it is.
So okay, so in regards to like how you say the downturn, we didn't see rock didn't recover. Do you think hip hop recovers? And why do you guys think rock hasn't recovered?
Well, I think that rock started to be like hip hop became for a while, where you could take a track and take one band's name off of it and put another's name on it, and you wouldn't really be able to tell the difference. I think it became a bit cookie cutter, in my opinion, and I think that diluted the value of it. Like everybody, I won't say everybody came out trying to sound like Nirvana, but definitely Green Day and those types of bands that became mainstream. Everybody was like, if you ask a band to describe themselves, they'll put the G word in their description, or one of the other rock bands that were doing shit at the time. There was a lot of bands that was trying to sound like what's up boy Fred Durst, what's the name of
Limp
this band?
Bizkit.
Huh?
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, like Limp Bizkit, like even what's the band that we toured with that had that rapper, DJ, and rock band sound?
High Speed Scene.
That was on the Spike Mix tour. Huh? No. The one that sung It Don't Mean Nothing. Borealis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Borealis was kind of that. Limp Bizkit, kind of that. Whoever else was kind of doing that thing. So I think there was too much similarity. It was like, it wasn't exact, but it was like the gene, the cell got spliced into two
Right.
cells, and each kind of evolved a little bit different from each other, like fraternal twins versus identical twins.
Yeah, I agree with you too, because I know for like maybe like 5 years ago, we were people talking about like R&B was dead, but then R&B started kind of like coming back, started getting a little more innovation in the R&B, started going back to harmonies and bridges, and everybody stopped singing sing rap, because for a while everything was sing rap, right? Everything was like trying to merge the two, you know what I'm saying? But I think they started getting back into more vocalists, more singers, more songwriters. And I think that's what's going to have to happen with hip hop in the same way, right? You're going to have to get back to more songs. I think that's why Kendrick was like the poster child for like, yo, this is the way you can make commercial records and still have something to say, that. And I think that's what brought about the anti-Drake sentiment as well. Was just like, yo, you're making all these records where you ain't really saying nothing, like, can give something of substance.
Yeah, I was going to say that same thing, that the topics are changing. I won't say they're going back to, not kicking knowledge necessarily, but it ain't the same. It ain't the same. I got money, I got guns, I'll steal your girl, and you know what I'm saying? Those.
Well, and we know that culturally and historically, music has followed the social status of the country. Yeah. So like with everything that we're going through, that means now you probably are going to get more conscious rap. You probably are going to get rap hip hop with more we're going through, and because people are going to want to have something to say to connect to what's going on in the times now. And so that's going to be interesting to see what comes out of that and what comes out of this time. Yeah, I don't think hip hop is dead. I think hip hop just is in need of a revival in regards to like the mainstream hip hop. Because the funny thing is, the underground hip hop and like how we was talking about all the old artists kicking ass last year, LL Cool J, Eminem album, who else I put the Slick Rick album. So I think we need new versions of that though, right? We need new versions where the albums are like move people the way that those albums have, because our generation continues to make music that's relevant to us. Go ahead, Mars. I'm listening.
It's funny because if we had this conversation before, but I think what it is, and this is just me speaking, I think what it is that you need a combination of things. I think you need different sounds, and then you need suddenly strong labels, strong urban labels. Like East Coast doesn't have a sound. We don't hear an Atlanta sound. We don't hear a Southern Texas sound. We don't hear a Midwest sound. The other thing is there's only one label in which you can say is producing quality music, and that's TDE. But you don't have any labels really on the West Coast. I mean, on the East Coast, like a Def Jam. You don't have anything in the South like a LaFace or a So Def. You don't have a New Limit in the South. So it's like you don't even have
well, I'm glad you brought that up because I've been thinking about this as well. But I think because of the rise of the internet, making music via the internet, we have missed on that regional sound, because the regional sound kind of melded into like, oh, I'm gonna make something that sound like the West Coast because, you know, I'm collaborating with West Coast producers through the computer, or you know what I mean? Like or even going back to, this is when it first started to me. When I first started, where it first came very apparent. Remember when the ASAP Mob first started? And I thought ASAP Rocky was from the South. There, you couldn't tell me he was from New York. He sounded Texas vibe, you know, or Atlanta vibes. But when they said he was, him and his whole crew from New York, I was thrown, because I was like, that don't look like New York. That don't sound like New York. You know what I mean? So that's when I think the beginning of like that mind meld of like, we started losing, because before the internet, to each other if we actually went there, right? Like, I didn't know what Florida music sounded like till I went to go visit my family in Tampa, and I would hear what Tampa had going on, and vice versa. When I go to New York, I'm hearing underground records that aren't on the radio. You know what I mean? And so now I think because everybody's so interconnected through the internet, I think we lost a lot of that flavor that made regional music dope. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the things, and one of the pieces that has been interesting to witness as well, is like how we lost a lot of that regional sound, because, you know, we knew No Limit. We knew as soon as you heard No Limit, you know that was Southern. As soon as you heard Cash Money, you know, as soon as you heard Jay-Z, when you heard Rockefeller, as soon as you heard Death Row, as soon as you heard, you know what I'm saying, DJ Quick, like all these things that were like, we were like a vast separation. And we kind of don't have that musically anymore, because I think everything is kind of turned into like a one world order in regard to the music.
And all those regional sounds are now sample libraries, so anybody can adapt to somebody else's shit. You know what I'm saying? Vibe wise, just by the nature of what the tools that are available to them, like you said.
We don't have like the recognition of producers.
Well, I think that goes with like what B Ray said. Like, with everybody being able to use sample banks to make beats and stuff, like that art of production is kind of like, you know, a lot of artists are just like, I'm figuring it out myself, or they literally pulling beats off YouTube and making hit records off of them. You know what I mean? So like, even the role of how important a producer is has been diminished, because a lot of people don't realize being a producer isn't just making the beat. It's making the beat and helping the artist put the song together and finishing the complete picture. Like, I always liken it to like a director of a movie. Like, yeah, the director isn't the actor, but the director knows how to pick the right actor with the right background and the right locations. And the director's job is to put all of those things together to a nice. While forgetting that in regards to a producer, because now you can pull a joint off YouTube and you can be on the radio in 5 days. You know what I mean? So
let me ask you this question, because you're actually a producer. Does it concern you and worry you, AI, and like, you know, the ease in which you can go to AI and say, hey, make me an East Coast beat or something like that?
No, it doesn't. Only because, like, so, and I've been having this conversation with other producer friends of mine. One thing you cannot do is put the genie back in the bottle when it comes to technology. So your best bet would be is to figure out how to utilize it to your ability. Figure out how to utilize it to help you as a producer. Like, for example, I'm blessed to have a bunch of musicians around me.
Right.
So say I had an idea I wanted to create via AI, and I create the idea, but now I can take it to the band and be like, all right, this is the idea, but now let's tweak it and make it our own. You know what I mean? That's just like one example of how can we use this. Like, remember when people first said the drum machines come out, drummers ain't going to be able to, you know, they're not going nowhere. MPC is here. So how are you going to utilize it to enhance what you do? And I think that's the same thing you got to think about in regards to AI. It's here. It ain't going nowhere. It's not going to do nothing but expand and get better and better, as we've seen over these few months. You know, so it's like, how do I take it and use it to help my toolbox of production?
Yeah. Now, what it does do is it changes the game and allows people with a lot less talent to be in the pool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're definitely, from a musician standpoint, you can definitely find ways to incorporate it into your into your production. But I mean, I've seen AI shit where you can just hum a bass line into your mic, and AI will like make it a flawlessly played, performed bass line, and all you say is boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? And suddenly niggas like, oh my god, I'm losing my mind. That bass line is so dope. And the person just like, they have no musical skill. What key is that in? Shit, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't have the toolbox at all. I mean, you know, so it just changes the game. I'm not saying that's fair or unfair. I'm just making an observation that you don't have to have the pedigree to get in, you know, to be able to produce these days. And AI is gonna make the shit sound flawless. So there is no learning curve, no, you know, honing your skills to get better, or none of that shit like that. It's perfect from day one. It'll be interesting how the award shows choose to acknowledge AI versus, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Because how do you quantify who's produced something that was all AI?
Yeah, and AI should have its own lane. You know.
That's very interesting right there, V.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. All right, well, let's get into the Jamal Bryant dress controversy. First,
I know the Twitter fingers is about to blow up now, boy.
You said what?
I said I know the Twitter fingers is about to blow up now.
All right, let's see. Let me see, where is it? Here it is. I'm going to share it. So here's the dressing question. And you talk about causing an uproar. So the conversation was, the people at the church said this is inappropriate for the first lady of a church to wear. And basically, you know, she shouldn't be dressed like this. What are your thoughts, Mars?
Well, I got a couple of questions first. I need clarity.
Okay.
Did she wear this to church, or did she wear this to the club?
She wore that to a fundraising event.
Was the fundraiser event at a strip club, or was it at a performance hall?
It was at like a performance hall.
Okay.
This nigga said a strip club.
Come on, my last question. Was the lights at a dim, or was it the lights hot?
The lights had a red.
Okay. Did she and the pastor have an argument before the event?
Yes, Terrell, the skin tone dress.
Hey, man. Oh. Hey, after watching The Chi and whatnot, hey, man, if they got a freaky lifestyle, so be it. Who am I?
Why would it just mean she got a freaky lifestyle?
I mean, you know, it's. Hey, man. I mean, who am I to judge what another man's wife does?
Well, for me, I feel like she's not really showing nothing. It's skin tone dress. Like, that's not her actual skin, you know.
Right.
And she wasn't at church, because everybody was like, I don't matter if she's at church. She a first lady. I was just like, first of all, she a first lady, but we like the first ladies now, they're younger. They younger women. You know what I mean? Like, some of them young and they still popping. I don't have a problem with it. Me personally, I don't have a problem with it. Like, she wasn't at church. She was at a party. She's literally at a party. And I don't know. I don't have a problem with it. But I know I had a lot of conversations with some of my Christian homegirls who were very up in arms about it. And were like, I don't care. She the first lady. She ain't never supposed to look like that. She represents the church no matter where she go. And blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah,
so,
but It's
So is
like
it
if you commit a sin, like I don't see the big deal.
so is it mostly women that are having a problem with it?
From what
No,
I think, yes.
no, I think it's men too. I've seen some posts from men that have a similar reaction.
Okay, so I've seen. I'm not saying there was no men. I said from what I've seen, the comments,
Mhm.
I've seen mostly women
Yeah,
reacting.
Mhm.
there was tons of women.
Like I can see like conservative men having an issue with it, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. Do I think it's appropriate? No, but again, who am I to tell someone what to do?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it goes to the bigger issue of like, and this is something that I've had an issue with for years in regards to the church. Uh, is the judgment, like how judgmental it can get and how judgmental it can be.
No, no, no. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. There were some women that were there, and their husbands forgot that they were there, and they were staring. Let's keep it honest.
You think that's what some of it is?
Let's keep it honest. They thought they were going there looking cute, and next thing you know, they got pushed to the side,
Yeah.
and their feelings were hurt.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like I said, I don't have a problem with it. I don't think it's
I
that big an issue, but maybe I'm too modern when it comes to my thinking in regards to
mm,
church stuff. Because, like I said, a lot of the young ladies that I had like private conversations with, or even like in the comments, they were
mm,
highly upset about that dress. But I think those are the same women too that like talk crazy to women who come to church dressed in a way that they don't deem fit. Because I've seen
mm,
women get ran off the church because of how they dress, or
mhm.
you know what I mean. Like I've seen that for like my personal experience. Like women be like, "My body is my body, even if I cover it up. This is what it
Right.
look like." You know.
And it's all solidarity until you got someone that stands out.
She actually looks a lot like his ex. I don't even know his ex Terrell. I ain't even that hip up on it. But
Damn.
yeah, I don't know, like I said, I think that's interesting. And the next thing that is permeating through the black church right now is your boy Drewski. Drewski did a mega church skit. I think it's one of the funniest skits that I've seen in a very long time. I think it's touching such a nerve because I think it rings too true and it hits some nerves. What you
Mhm.
think?
Like, you remember the David Allen Greer skit on Martin?
Of course.
It's like if people didn't get an uproar over that, then don't get an uproar over this. It's strictly comedy.
Well, I think, like I said, a lot of things he's done, he's made up. A lot of the
Mhm,
stuff he's done, I've actually seen on social
mhm.
media. I've seen pastors hanging in the air, flying through the sky. One pastor nigga had a roller coaster built just so he could utilize the word roller coaster in life in his sermon. So he rode into the stage on the nigga. So a lot of it rings true. And
Uh-huh.
I think that's why, to me, I think that's why it struck such a nerve with
Right.
a lot of the folks in the church because people were
Mhm.
just, he's going too far. He's mocking God. I'm like, no, he's not mocking God. He's mocking
Right.
those pastors. And there's a big difference. Like,
Yeah.
he's mocking what they do. He's mocking those money hungry people. And it was, hey, when I say the skit is hilarious, he it's so funny, dog. Like when I first saw it, I was crying. I never would have thought that it would have people up in arms. You know what I'm saying? Terrell said Christians need to stop being so damn sensitive. Or stop doing the dumb shit that give him the ammo to make this kind of skit.
Right.
Like we all thought, like I said, the pastor, we talked about on the show, the pastor who flew in and had a malfunction. We talked about when Marvin Winans was chastising the lady for being in the wrong line because she was in the $2,000 line plus, but she's supposed to only be in like $1,500 line. And he like chastised in front of the church, like all that stuff, like all of that stuff gives, you know, for what Drewski was doing.
That medley part had me rolling. Get your hand off my car.
Yeah.
Because some of those pastors are like that.
Did you pay your $1,000 off? Get your hands off my car.
He was dressed like an actual a pastor. His suit was an imitation of an actual pastor's suit. Did you see the comparison? Yeah, to the real life person.
That's why I said, like, I think he touched on a lot of stuff that's actually happening. So I think it's funny that he did it, but I'm like, if you ever watched if you come across, because a lot of times they end up on the Shade Room or Hollywood Unlocked, like a lot of these pastors that be doing this crazy stuff, it ends up on social media and we gonna see it. So it's not like you just pulled this stuff out of nowhere.
Where do you think this skit takes him?
I mean, I think Drewski already is starting to be one of them top guys comedically, and he's doing a good job of maintaining his like underground artistry vibe of doing skits like this, but also being on T-Mobile commercials and doing a good job at that too. You know what I mean? Like I think he just needs, like, he's gonna get a movie and it's gonna be the right part and he'll be good. I think that will like shift him into another echelon. You know what I mean? Because I think he's one of the best doing it when it comes to skits right now. I think he's one of the best doing it. This one, the white boy skit, was hilarious. You know what I mean? Like I think he's one of the best at like this for like Instagram and social media and all that. And you can see his budgets are getting bigger and bigger because this budget had to be big for this skit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I said, it's hilarious. So yeah, man, I don't throw a $1,500 line to, hey, that's what some of these mega churches do. They split everybody up, you know, and that's what we get. So I don't know, man. I think it's, like I said, I think the skit is hilarious. Yeah. So let's get to the next topic. Of course, the Golden Globes were this weekend. Were you guys disappointed with the Golden Globes picks? Were you guys okay with it? Were there any surprises? Anything that threw you off?
I was happy to see Tatiana get her flowers. That was cool.
You mean Tiana Taylor?
I mean, yeah. I'm sorry, not Tatiana. I'm thinking of trumpet player. But yeah, Tiana Taylor got her flowers. That was cool. I thought that Sinners should have gotten like for a different category, but it was cool that they didn't exclude them altogether. I know the bigger award shows will be a little more open. At least they'll get into the categories. But I thought they excluded them for deserve to be in. Excuse me.
You know, I was a little disappointed that Timothy Chalamet won over Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, over Mike. Yeah, I was tripping that too.
Because
I went to see Marty Supreme, and listen, Timothy was good. He was really good in the movie, but I feel like dual performance of Michael B. Jordan is better, a harder degree to reach as an actor, and I don't know. I just think his performance was a little more solid. That's a good point too. Terrell said that award shows naturally don't reward Harvard. I agree, Terrell, but also I feel like Sinners was a little bit outside your normal Harvard genre type movie. You know, I feel like it was a little. You said a little what, B-Ray?
I think the thugged out nature of the undertone of the movie probably in the Golden Globes case, you know, did the movie a disservice because it was less relatable. I think from a white judge perspective, Marty Supreme was way more relatable than fucking Sinners, you know.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And that shouldn't matter, but clearly, you know, it matters. And then black awards come in cycles a lot of times too, so everybody can't get this shit on time every time.
Yeah, I guess, you know what, that makes sense. Yeah. and I do because it could have. I don't think Sinners got snubbed. I just think like UV Ray that there were probably a couple of more categories that could have been included in, and a couple more categories that should have won in.
Yeah.
But I think I see him setting up Timothy Chalamet to be the next guy, so I see him probably winning the Oscar soon. Because you can see Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood really setting up. You know what was dope was all the awards that the show. What was the name of the show? That was about like the Golden Globe and stuff. The
Studio.
The Studio. Hey, the Studio. If y'all haven't watched the Studio, ladies and gentlemen, brilliant. That's like one of the best shows ever made about the television industry, and it was one of the best shows that came out last year. I watched every episode. Was really their cameos was dope. You don't feel like none of the cameos were wasted. Bryan Cranston was amazing as the studio head.
Yeah,
like he was amazing.
Was dope too.
Who? What'd you say, V-Ray?
No, I said Seth was dope too. And I like the way they had the sycophants that was all around them and shit. It was just dope. I like what's her name was good. The chick from Saturday Night Live. Damn, what's her name? The one that she was like I think she's the marketing chick or something.
Oh no, that's her name is slipping me right now.
Me too, man.
That's Agatha. Agatha all along. Let me look it up. She played Agatha Harkness in the MCU. Catherine Hahn.
No, Anna Gasteyer. That's what I'm talking about. Anna Gasteyer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love all the characters, but the writing for each character was spot on, man. So it was almost impossible for them to fuck it up. But
yeah,
they gave some great performances, man. Really, really did.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good show, man. So if y'all haven't watched it, y'all go check out the Studio. I'm looking forward to like season 2. And it's funny, parried this moment, and I actually won a Golden Globe, for a moment that I parodied, and I was like real, which was like I love how they use Ron Howard. I love how they use like Ron Howard played against his type, because everybody talk about how Ron Howard was really like the nicest guy in Hollywood. Yeah. So I like how they played him against type, and Scorsese when they did the Kool-Aid movie and all that stuff. But like, it's so many brilliant like little things that they do, and it's funny because they kind of address a lot of stuff in the real world too. Like they like address like AI and being used for actors and actresses. They address like the racism and the wokeness of like
Wasn't Michael B. Jordan, didn't he do a cameo in that, if I remembering that right?
I think he did.
Yeah, him and Ron Howard were in the same
episode. Yeah,
that shit's funny, man.
Yeah, so I thought it was really a good show. Did you guys watch The Pit?
No, I haven't. I started watching it.
You haven't watched it yet?
I haven't.
Started.
So The Pit is really good, and they won a lot of awards. And I didn't know this. So there's a young lady in The Pit who has blonde hair and she wears glasses on the show. That is who we just talking about for the Studio?
Not Anna Gasteyer.
No. The studio head.
Catherine O'Hara?
No. The guy from Breaking Bad. I can't remember his real name.
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston, yeah. So the girl from The Pit with the blonde hair and the glasses, that's Bryan Cranston's daughter.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, she don't have the same last name. She don't go by the same last name. I saw them on the red carpet, and they were like, "Where's your dad?" And she's like, "He not here yet." And they're like, "We would look you and Bryan Cranston nominated in the same show." I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
I was like, that's crazy. Like I've seen him in a few other things, had no idea, that was his daughter.
Have you guys seen the latest Spike Lee movie?
Talking about the Denzel one?
Yeah, that was Denzel. Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
A$AP Rocky?
Yeah, with A$AP Rocky. Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that one?
You said, what did I think of it?
Yeah.
I thought it was good. I thought it felt like an old school Spike Lee movie.
Yeah.
I always like Jeffrey Wright is one of my favorite actors, man. I love Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Like to me, he's right up there with Denzel. So to see those guys acting together was really, really dope to me. A$AP was good too. To me, A$AP was really good in the movie. Yeah, it's funny because it didn't become like an award show darling or nothing like that. I think it kind of flew under the radar. But I think Spike Lee did a good job with the film. It
was the only one. Since it was the only one streaming platform, it wasn't really put out there in the mainstream to be digested by, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The black audience, especially, but audiences in general. Apple Plus is a very specific platform to be on. They're great, but you're gonna miss it if you don't have Apple Plus until it hits the bootleg market. I mean, then it'll probably blow up. But I thought it was good.
What did you think of the movie, Ray?
I thought it was cool. I thought the ending was a little neat. You know what I'm saying? It had a real bow on it. I thought there would be even more drama once they found out who. I don't want to put spoilers on it, but once they found out who the bad guy, who the culprit was in the movie, I thought it was going to be more drama, more, I don't know if gunplay was the word, but I just thought it would be a bigger finish. And then, I don't know. It was very Spike Lee. I'm not saying that, but I just thought the ending was more dramatic. I mean, and even still go out calmly the way that it did, but I thought it would have peaked harder before it hit the epilogue.
Yeah, but I do agree with you that it ended a little neat for the way the rest of the movie was, right?
Yeah.
Like for the way the rest of the film was, I feel like they did end it.
Yeah, I did like the parallels to the actual industry that were inserted in there, though, the actual music industry.
Yeah, I did like that too because it was, one of the depictions. Because I used to hate what was that movie, that TV show with Cookie Lyons and Terrence Howard when they do music industry shit. I'm like, that shit is so unfair. Empire, like when they had him in jail looking at streams by the day, like if we don't get 100,000 streams a day, we're gonna have to close the label. I'm like, that doesn't even make sense.
Right. Yeah.
I thought I did like that.
From that perspective. Excuse me. But I've been seeing some cool streaming shows, like His and Hers is actually very good on Netflix.
His and Hers was amazing. And I don't even want to talk about it with spoilers, but if y'all get a chance, watch His and Hers. Hit me on inbox so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Stephanie got a comment. She said, I love the message that Jamie Foxx had for Michael B. Jordan, pretty much telling him that he was amazing and to keep making films for his people, telling him that he was an amazing actor, film writer, etc. I thought that was really dope. Well, you know what? I've always heard that Jamie Foxx does a good job of like either mentorship or just like bringing actors in and talk to them, because that happened to him. He always talks about how Oprah Winfrey took him and had him sit down with Sidney Poitier and talk about his responsibility as a Black artist. And I'm glad he's paying it forward because I feel like we do need more of that, right? We do need more Black mentorship in the business and more people gearing because for every, what you want to call it, big tit film that Jamie Foxx does, I still feel like he gives us like a Black. You know what I mean? Like he'll do a big tent film and then he'll do one that's on Netflix that's for us, for the folks. You know what I mean? Like they call Tyrone.
That's my favorite.
And I think that's important. I think that's important as an artist. And I think Michael B. Jordan kind of walks in that same line of he'll do the big tent Marvel, but in Creed, You know what I mean? But then he gave us like a Just Mercy, and you know what I mean? Those other that are like specifically about the upliftment of Black folks. I think we need that, and I think our artists need to understand how important that is, especially when you get in a place where you can make those kind of decisions, like him and the place where him and Ryan Coogler, you know, are right now. I don't think they're gonna let Ryan Coogler really win any awards because his deal for Sinners is so anti-studio. They don't want to give anybody else any bright ideas, so I don't think he's going to be lauded the way he should, because the rights to Sinners reverse back to him, which that doesn't ever happen. Like, he's going to own Sinners outright by himself. He gets back end money, you know, from the ticket sales and streams, DVDs, and all that. That doesn't happen. Like, he has like a crazy deal that no creator gets, and I think because of that, they're not gonna like reward him for that from the big tent companies.
Yeah, well, the box office speaks for itself, though. So, reward or no, them box office numbers, you know what I'm saying? I think I'd rather have huge numbers than an award.
Me too.
Yeah, so.
Me too.
And you know what his next film is going to be?
And he won for Wakanda right out the gate, you know what I'm saying? Well, it wasn't out the gate, he did Fruitvale Station and some other stuff, but I'm just saying that when he won an award, he won an award, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
to come in and scoop it again, that's like Denzel winning 5 years in a row and shit. Like the Chiefs. Yeah. Before you get tired of him winning, like, why is he always winning?
Right.
Then they got to have a Timothy Chalamet in there every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, real talk.
What other shows have y'all been like, you know, feeling good about this award season? Getting people some stuff to watch. I know people always ask me like, what is there to watch, and you know what y'all streaming. Like I said, I just watched.
Well, I don't know about from a awards perspective, but there's a good movie called Caught Stealing that's out now. That ain't really getting no buzz, no promotion, but bro, Caught Stealing. It remind me of what's the one? It remind me of The Town a little bit, and I love The Town.
Hey, Caught Stealing pissed me off, dog.
I'm sorry.
I feel like that movie I feel like it has so much potential. It's one of the things where like it almost got there, like got close, and then the ending it just like fell off to me.
I don't remember the ending being
like exactly. But I feel like it fell off a cliff at the end of the movie. Like I feel like the whole movie was good, the action, the pacing, and everything, and I feel like once it got to the end, it just really fell off a cliff. I was like, oh. Because that's what separated, I think, from being like a good movie to like it could have been like a great film. I thought it could have been like a great film, and I think the way they handled the ending just messed it up. You know, because like you said, it had a great cast, good actors. They was putting good performances. You know, Liev Schreiber, Gina, what's her name? And the dude who played Elvis. It was like I said, it was a great cast, man. It was a great film. Like up until the
story too. Story was I thought the storyline, the way that it evolved, was real good too. And so I enjoyed it, bro. Excuse me. But what else is good that's out there?
Shannon, I like that show a lot. Will Trent. If y'all want to watch a good show, Will Trent on ABC. You know, Hulu and all that good stuff. Will Trent is a really good show. You know, if you like good cop shows, and the dude is, you know, a dyslexic cop, it's really dope. It's a good show. Now, Fallout, I've been watching Fallout. I don't know if y'all watch Fallout based on a video game, but Fallout is really good. Walter Goggins, who's become one of my favorite actors, he's in it. You know, if you don't know, Walter Goggins was.
Hey, did anybody watch that debut of the new spinoff from Game of Thrones?
I haven't watched it yet.
Wait, that started?
Yeah, something's a night of something. I forgot what it is. It's like a comedy, man. It's not.
Yeah, that's what I said. I thought it was weird that they would do like a Game of Thrones comedy.
Yeah, so that shit is stupid. It's like damn Princess Bride and shit. Kind of story, like no bullshit. So it's like I mean I didn't even watch all of it, but what I saw was like so disappointed because I'm thinking, you know, it's about to be uh, and the House of Dragons level, and cinematography and stuff is similar, but the story is like this is why people that originally write dope films don't want their shit to be franchised sometimes. Like when they sold the rights to Marvel and now they got all these different kind of fucking third string superhero shows and shit. Like this is that.
Oh.
It was disappointing to me. Now, granted, I didn't give it a chance and watch the whole thing through. But if the first 15, 20 minutes was any indication of what the hour was going to be, it was like, you're no Game of Thrones, motherfuckers.
Gotcha. See, I've been watching The Industry.
Oh, The Industry is my jam, man. Industry, I love that show. You watch that, Dane?
He got disconnected.
Oh, yeah, The Industry is super dope, man. I love the story from day one. I'm just mad that they don't release the whole season at once so you can binge the hell out of it. But
yeah,
I love the backstabbing of the characters, kind of like Succession a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, there's nothing else that I've been watching. I know it's mostly movies that I gotta catch up on.
I watched the first season of The Industry, but I didn't I'm not caught up on after the first. It's like
it didn't grab you? It didn't grab you?
I did.
Yeah, Industry's dope. I like their cast and their power dynamic on the show and shit.
Oh, Stephanie says she's having problems typing into the box, but she says Harlan Coben has a lot of limited series on Netflix that are out of this world. The most recent one is called Runaway. She's really an amazing author with mind-twisting thrillers. He gives his and hers a run for their money. Okay, so I'm going to check out some of his stuff.
Yeah, his and hers. I think Harlan Coben did his and hers, if I'm not mistaken. I thought he did anyway. I thought that was this series.
See, I've also been watching The Residence on Netflix.
Yeah, it got canceled though. They're not doing the second season. I liked the first season.
And also WWE Unreal, the documentary series.
Who was in the
Now, that's going to be interesting because they're going to dive into basically they're giving up on kayfabe, right? They're giving up on people knowing like that it's all scripted. Like they're going to really go into telling how it's scripted and how it's. So that's going to be interesting because I thought they would never make a show about how scripted the WWE is.
First season was good.
Oh, it happened already? This is the second season?
Well, the second season was just released, but I have to start watching it. But the first season,
the first season was good though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what The Residence is about. The wrestling.
No. The Residence is another show. It's like a mystery show, but it has the one of the characters from Orange is the New Color?
Yeah,
Orange is Black. Where she plays the main character as a detective, like some super quirky, smart detective.
Oh yeah. In the White House, kind of.
Yeah, Uzo.
The murders. You know, she's the black version of what's that quirky chick that what show did she used to be on? She used to be on I think she used to be on True Blood. She's like a real Southern accent character. What's the name of that?
Talking about Elizabeth?
Yeah, the Residence is like the black version of that to me.
Yeah, or I think she's kind of like the dude from the Knives Out, like the black version of Knives Out is what it felt like to me.
Yeah, I did see a few episodes of that. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Like I said, they're not going to do a second season, which I was hoping they would.
Yo, do y'all still watch the 50 Cent series?
I just finished Power Force last night.
What were your thoughts?
I thought they left too much open ended, but I felt like they left a lot open ended because they about to do some other spinoff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I was like, they left so much open ended that because if this was a finale, they would have had to tie a whole bunch of stuff up. You know what I mean? I think they left a whole bunch of it wide open. You know, not to give spoilers, but the final conversation that was had on the show leads me to believe that there's going to be another spinoff of the spinoff.
But I don't think it's going to be on Stars.
Probably not.
Because isn't he having some issues with Stars?
He always has issues with Stars, and then he always do more shows with them. Like he just released the BMF documentary on there, a new BMF documentary. So
yeah, I'm surprised.
You know, he makes those fake public beefs to draw attention to the product or the project.
Yeah.
Because you heard that story, was it Memphis Bleak or somebody was talking about when his record was out and it wasn't doing the numbers, and 50 Cent started making some public comments about he better fucking sell some records because he owed money for the album or some shit like that, and because of that alleged beef, everybody started going and checking out the record and it fucking went gold. He knows how to manipulate the market, is what I'm saying. So he could say that Star shit and with no intention of leaving Stars.
Right. Yeah. The one series I will say that I'm looking forward to, and I think it's supposed to be coming next month, Paradise, Hulu.
Yeah. Paradise is fire. The production. The dude from This Is Us is the main writer and executive producer of that show. And watching all the stuff that dude writes, I'm like, this dude has some really serious, severe father issues. Because all the stuff that he does is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bunch of like father-related stuff. But I had somebody tell me they was trying to binge watch This Is Us. I said, you're gonna kill yourself. You can't binge watch This Is Us. That's too much emotion. Like it took you a week to get over what happened the week before when it was actually running. So when people be trying to binge watch it, I'm like, you're not like my homegirl. She's like, I had to stop. I was like emotionally exhausted. Like, yeah, you can binge watch This Is Us. I was like, they tear your ass up every week. Somebody gonna have you crying. Like, there's no way you could binge watch that show. I would never recommend binge watching This Is Us.
Right.
Shit, man. Almost we made an hour and Robin turned into a pumpkin. No. Anything else y'all want to talk about before we get out of here?
I mean, I know you said you weren't gonna talk about Old Boy.
Damn it! What, Rob? What?
Yo, I mean, the fact that you basically called all the world's leaders losers to their face.
I feel like he's trying to get us blown off the map at this point.
You don't want niggas talking about the Epstein files, bro. That's the bottom line. We talk about this shit. Ain't nobody talking about raping children. That's the whole play. Yeah. This nigga gave $500 million to Qatar. He put that money from the Venezuelan oil sales in Qatar. It didn't go to the Venezuelan people. It didn't go to the American customers and all that shit. It went to Qatar.
Mm-hmm.
Like how did that even get in the picture of this whole Venezuela thing that Qatar gets the money?
Mm-hmm.
Like doing whatever the hell he want to do. He Suge Knight, man. He running the country like Death Row right now.
Yo,
that's just probably the count.
True. But Dane, you actually know Trump supporters. What's your conversation like with them now?
Oh, they quiet now. They not saying nothing. The black Trump supporters, oh, they not saying nothing. They disappeared, dog.
Like, I want to hear what they got to say.
All that rambunctiousness is gone. They don't be barely posting. I don't barely see them saying nothing. Mm-hmm. They ain't in my inbox like they was. Only one, but he even one type of guy. He just posts whatever he sees on the internet, if it's real or not. Like, I have to tell him, like, bro, this is AI. This is not real. This didn't happen. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? So that I don't even engage in that because I'm like, this person doesn't even take the time to vet this stuff that he's sending me and post, because he be sending like, look at this. I'm like, no. Stephanie said The Bird starring Keke Palmer comes out next month. It's a suspense type series. Keke Palmer has been like working, Jack.
Yeah.
Shout out to Billy Clark, my homeboy who manages her.
Big Billy.
Big Billy. Doing work.
What did Billy make?
He manages Keke Palmer.
Oh, he does.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep. So he been killing it. He kind of like once he got a hold to her, he turned her career around and started getting her stuff that makes sense for her.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got her in a prime spot for her brand. So again, shout out to my boy Big Billy Clark.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
no. We're not going away. We got to talk about your boy.
Oh,
we got to talk about your boy, and especially the shit came out with Jeannie Buss.
So Jeannie Buss just came out with her denial. She said that didn't happen. I think. Well, first of all, and I tell people all the time, as much as they try to make a rift between LeBron James and Jeannie Buss is always going to have a special affinity for LeBron James because that's her Magic Johnson. That is the player who bought her first championship without her dad. So he's always going to have a special place for her. If you go look at her Twitter right now, tell me what her profile pic is.
It should be Kobe.
No, it's her hugging LeBron.
Fuck that bitch.
Not why are you mad at her for like it? But it does. It makes sense. Like she knew she needed to win a championship outside of the one she won with her dad to solidify her, and LeBron is the first one who brought it to her. So he's gonna always have a special place for her. I don't think that part is true, but so she denied that. But what she didn't deny is the part of the story where she told her brothers that they should have never been born because they was born from a different mother. She didn't deny that part of the story.
That's cold-blooded.
Yeah. But as much as they mad and they pissed, I'm just like, I can't feel sorry for them because they feel like after Jeannie, it was supposed to be their turn to run the team. And after they didn't get their chance to run the team, she sold it. But I can't feel too sorry for y'all because y'all walking away with $1 billion each and still a 15% holding of the team and Laker tickets for life. How can I feel sorry for y'all?
Right.
And how y'all can really complain?
Right. So then, all right. So I gotta keep this going. So LeBron being snubbed as a starter.
For
I heard
All-Star?
today, yeah. Someone said today that one of the starters should actually give up their spot for him.
No.
I don't agree with that, especially with the bullshit that he pulled last year.
No, I don't think they should give up his spot, but I also think people need to recognize I don't think it's a snub. I think he's 40-something years old. He's been in the league a very long time, and you got some up-and-coming star players that are going to be more popular with the younger players. I mean, the younger demographic right now than LeBron. I don't consider it a snub. I really just think like, hey, it's that time for him is coming upon where he's not the man like he was. Like Luka Doncic is coming. Who are all these young guys that's coming? SGA. Wimby. Like you got a lot of youngsters that's really coming, and they're like coming to their own in the league. So I don't think it's a snub.
Mm-hmm.
Who's starting over him?
Who would I start over him?
Who's starting over him in the All-Star game right now?
It's Luka, Curry, Wimby, Jokic, and SGA.
All right, so think about that lineup. Which one of those players do you think LeBron should start over, or it would be more popular than right now?
No, I wouldn't start him.
None of them.
I wouldn't even pick him.
And this ain't no LeBron. Hey, this is just like practicality. Like all the players you name right now are little,
Oh no! But I'm gonna embrace my Sith. Okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't even have him as a reserve.
Well, that they ain't gonna do that because that's just bad business. They're gonna have him as a reserve because you need LeBron in the All-Star game. Not need him, but it's like I'm talking about business purposes. Business purposes, they're gonna have him in the All-Star game. You can't have he's still one of your most bankable players, regardless of how you feel about him.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I can see a situation where he doesn't play for the simple fact that he don't want to go up against quote unquote a world team where they're dominating.
I mean, I can see that, and plus, he be acting like a hoe sometimes when it comes to the All-Star game. Anyway, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I can't wait till he retires.
yeah, me too. I'm ready for the LeBron era to be over, dog. Like I think it's time to start building around Luka Doncic and start really looking towards the future and trying to put together a championship team that ain't strapped by him and his what's the word that we always use for him? Him and his passive aggressiveness.
Passive aggressive
defense. Yeah, that often affects the team. But yeah, so yeah, that's what's up. That's what's going on with LeBron. Like I said, I wouldn't start any other players. I wouldn't start him over any of the players that are in the top 5. I think all those players deserve to be there. And I think, like I said, the younger generation is the one who's probably voting. Like, do you still vote for All-Star, Mars? I haven't voted in years. Like, I used to vote every year faithfully. I haven't voted for All-Star in years. You know what I mean?
Man, I just did one vote. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, there it is. All right. Well, thank everybody for joining, everybody for watching. I think we're going to see you guys next week for another episode of Wild Thoughts. If there's things y'all want to talk about, hit me in the inbox. We'll add it to the queue, add it to the docket, the things that we're going to talk about. I want to send a shout out to a new podcast my homegirl started. It's called 3 to 105, the 3 to 105 podcast. If y'all get the chance, check it out. These young ladies are hilarious, but they have good topics to talk about. Check them out. 3 to 105. Go check out their pods on YouTube, and the visuals are on YouTube. And I'll say you probably like the visuals better to like see them, but you also can hear it on Spotify, everywhere. Apple Music, everywhere you listen to your, everywhere you listen to your podcast. 3 to 105. Check it out. And until next time, I think the Grammys are coming up. We're gonna have to talk about that. The Oscars are coming up. We're gonna have to talk about that. So, start doing y'all research and see what's up and what's going on. We're gonna talk about those things. And Wild Bunch, we got a couple of things coming up. One thing I want to tell y'all about that we're gonna be doing soon. We're gonna do a show called 30 for 30, where 30 people come for $30. It's an intimate night of just us and the first 30 people who pay to get in. Food, drink, it's gonna be fun, good time, but we just want to have like a 30 for 30, like a personal, intimate night with some of our, most loyal fans. That's gonna be coming soon, so look out for that. And go stream, shout, and all the Wild Bunch music that you can. All right, for Mars and for V-Ray, this has been Wild Thoughts. Until next time, y'all, we'll see you.
Stay warm.
All right, y'all. Shout.
And when you're taken down to God, if I could change your mind, I'd really like to break your heart.